Morning. Welcome to Wednesday BESE. Looks like attendance is outstanding today. Thank you for all coming out today. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Appel.
Present.
Dr. Armstrong. Not present. Mr. Birkin. Mr. Castile. Ms. Champagne. She's here. Dr. Clark. Mr. Harris. Mr. Hollis. Ms. Holloway. Ms. Mellorine. Mr. Morris.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. First item, please.
The first item is 1.3 invocation.
Thank you. We've got Reverend Deacon Lester Mutt that will lead us in invocation, so please stand.
Let us pray. Eternal God, bless all schools, colleges, and universities, and especially this Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, that they may be lively centers for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom, and grant that those who teach and those who learn may find you to be the source of all truth. You proclaim your truth in every age by many voices. Direct in our time, we pray, those who speak where many listen and write what many read, that they may do their part in making the heart of this people wise, its mind sound, and its will righteous, to the honor of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is 1.4, the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. We have Liliana Rose from Ouachita Parish Schools who will lead us in the pledge today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Liliana. First item, please.
The first item on the agenda is item number 2.1, approval of the agenda.
Can I get a motion, please? Mr. Birkin, a second. Mr. Harris, thank you. No objection, items approved. Next item, please.
Next item is item number 3, recognition of guests.
Can I get a motion, please? Ms. Mellorine, the second. Ms. Champagne. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Morris. We are excited today to be in the presence of so many outstanding students and educators from across the state, and we want to take a few moments to recognize them here this morning. In order to do that, Ms. Kelly Stomps on our team will provide the logistics for this, and we want to make sure that everyone gets called up, gets recognition, we take some photos, and then we move on to the next set of recognition. So, Ms. Stomps, if you don't mind, lead this out.
Thank you, Dr. Brumley. As Dr. Brumley said, I'm Kelly Stomps with the Office of School System Relations. I have the privilege of introducing the honorees that are here with us today. For each group, we will call up each individual, and then we'll take a group photo for that award at the end. We ask everybody to hold their applause until that time. So we're going to begin today with recognizing our Catholic School Student of the Year. In April, all 7 Catholic dioceses came together in an award ceremony to present the School System and State Students of the Year. These students participated in a rigorous competition, including demonstration of academic skills, leadership, discipleship through portfolios, interviews, and writing assessments. Students will come forward when I call your name. The 2024 Catholic School Student of the Year honorees are 5th grader Charles P. Ferret of the Diocese of Shreveport. He attends St. Joseph Catholic School in Shreveport. And 8th grader Anthony Charles Amadio III of the Archdiocese of New Orleans. He attends Jesuit High School in New Orleans. Our 12th grade student couldn't be here today. She's Morgan Godet of the Archdiocese of New Orleans, a graduate of Archbishop Chapel High School in Metairie. Let's pause and we could take a pause and take a picture. Martha, you could come. Thank you. Let's give them another round of applause. Next, we're going to recognize our Students of the Year. Last May, we held a virtual ceremony to honor the 2024 Louisiana Students of the Year finalists and named the overall honorees for grades 5, 8, and 12. The honorees were chosen following a rigorous selection process based on academic excellence, leadership, outstanding character, service to their schools and communities. Today, here I have the privilege to introduce our state-level honorees for 2024 Students of the Year. The grade 5 Students of the Year finalists are Elise Catherine Federico of St. Tammany Parish, Dylan Alexander Gruffio, St. John the Baptist Parish, Shalia Georgia Waugh, Bayou Community Academy in Lafourche Parish, Ansley Elizabeth Elder of Rapides Parish, Kendall Marie Vaughn, Livingston Parish, Cecilia Ann Hollier, Jefferson Davis Parish, Adeline Claire Reddit, Beauregard Parish, Dean Allen Cicero, West Baton Rouge Parish, and the overall 2024 Grade 5 Student of the Year is Bhavik Reddy Kondola from Caddo Parish. Next. Next, our Grade 8 Students of the Year are Alvin Sue, Hines Charter School in Orleans Parish, Sasha Bell Mardaw, the Willow School in Orleans Parish, Tyron Dejuan Austin, St. Mary Parish, Luca George Micaburides, Caddo Parish, Liliana Cambry Rose, Washita Parish, Hyacinth Elizabeth Williamson, Jefferson Davis Parish, Helen Quinn Levasseur, West Feliciana Parish. And the overall Grade 8 2024 Student of the Year is Madeline Nicole Whitmore from East Baton Rouge Parish. Now, many of our 12th grade students could not be here today. They're all moving into college at this time, but we have a few that are here, but I would still read everybody's name. Jalen Graham, St. Tammany Parish. Sean Michael Baltazar, St. Charles Parish. Evan John Louvier, Lafourche Parish. Hannah Elizabeth Buckley, Washita Parish. Lauren Danae Smith, Washington Parish. Ali Ahmad Habib, Lafayette Parish. And Josie Amina Lamel, St. Landry Parish. And the overall grade 12 24 Student of the Year is Zachary Everett Cryer from Bossier Parish. And we could take a picture now. Can we get the 5th grade Students of the Year to come in front of our 8th grade? Yes, scoot down so we're a little bit more in together. Yeah, just find a window so you can see. All right, another round of applause. And y'all may go to your spots. Next, I'm excited to introduce today the
Hey,
state.
Ms. Stomps,
Oh,
if I
sure.
could give me one moment here. Look, we have certainly recognized the students, and that is a worthy celebration, but I also want to take time to recognize the parents that are in the house today. Look, I say this all the time. Outside of the parent or guardian, there's nothing more important than a classroom teacher for a child's academic success. But the first part of that is other than the parent or guardian. And so it is a testament to your the leadership that you have as parents and the work that you have done that these students are here. So I just want to personally thank you for being outstanding role models for your children.
Thank you. I'm excited to introduce today the outstanding state level, outstanding school support employee of the year award honorees. This award recognizes and celebrates outstanding teacher aides, paraprofessionals, school bus drivers, food service workers, clerical, custodial, and maintenance personnel, as well as any other support staff employees. Now to introduce our state-level honorees. Our elementary finalists are from Lafayette Parish, Maria Yaware Reyes, paraprofessional at Catherine Drexel Elementary School. From Ouachita Parish, Malcolm Gay, paraprofessional at George Welch Elementary School. From Plaquemines Parish, Consuelo Nicole Silva, custodial professional at Belle Chase Primary School. Our middle school finalists are from Caddo Parish, Carlton Hardy, security coordinator at Caddo Middle Career and Technology School. From Jefferson Parish, Neil Perry, custodial professional at Marrero Middle School. And from Livingston Parish, Ashley Gazzardo, clerical professional at North Corbin Junior High School. Our high school finalists are from East Feliciana Parish, Leo Brown, school bus driver at East Feliciana High School. From Evangeline Parish, Tanya Swallow, clerical professional at Pine Prairie High School. And from Jefferson Davis Parish, Deidre Reed, clerical professional at Jennings High School. And Louisiana's 2024 overall outstanding school support employee of the year is Mr. Eric Mendel from Baines Elementary School in West Feliciana Parish. Congratulations. All right, thank you. Next are our School Health Service Provider of the Year Award honorees. This program provides an opportunity to acknowledge school health service providers who demonstrate superior provision of health services in schools and support the expansion of health services in schools. From an impressive list of nominees, 5 state-level honorees were named. The finalists are Rochelle Gauthier, a social worker from Jefferson Parish, Diane Hewlin, a physical therapist from Lafayette Parish, Jacqueline Shiloh Gradnigo, a speech-language pathologist from St. Landry Parish, and Dr. Wendy Domingue, an occupational therapist from St. Tammany Parish. And Louisiana's 2024 overall school health service provider of the year is Erin Klingman, a school nurse from Terrebonne Parish. Congratulations. Now we'd like to recognize the schools that were named as state-level school physical activity award honorees. This award recognizes exemplary schools that implement an outstanding physical activity program. The honorees for this award are Belle Chase Academy, a K-8 school in Belle Chase, Louisiana, Cypress Grove Elementary, a pre-K-6 school in St. James Parish, Pecan Grove Primary School, a K-5 grade school in Ascension Parish, Rapides Academy for Advanced Academics, a 6-8 grade school in Rapides Parish, Slaughter Elementary School, a pre-K-6 school in East Feliciana Parish, and Mandeville High School, a 9th through 12th grade school in St. Tammany Parish. Congratulations to our Physical Activity Award honorees. Next are our Purple Star Schools. The Purple Star Schools program honors schools that show a major commitment to serving students and families connected to the United States Armed Forces. The department recognizes the unique needs of these students and the need for specialized support at the local school level. We would like to honor the following schools, all are from Bossier Parish, that have met the Purple Star recognition criteria. Bel Air Elementary School, Principal Alicia Colson. Benton High School, Principal Whitney Clark. Elm Grove Elementary, Kim Meter. Green Acres Middle School, Athea Code. Houghton Middle School, Rick Warren. R.V. Kerr Elementary, Medora Abney. Princeton Elementary, Stacy Crawford. T.L. Rhodes Elementary, Stephanie Cockrell. And Waller Elementary, Shauna Pearlee. Congratulations to our Purple Star School honorees. Next, we'd like to acknowledge Louisiana's finalists for the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science. This award is the highest and most prestigious honor bestowed by the United States government specifically for K-12 science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and/or computer science teaching. These finalists will go on to represent Louisiana at the national level, where they will have an opportunity to be chosen as national awardees. This year, Louisiana's finalists in math are Emily Carmichael, Sterlington Elementary School, Ouachita Parish; Tricia Foss, LSU Laboratory School; Amy Taylor, University Elementary, Caddo Parish. This year's Louisiana finalists in science are Jennifer Callender, Sterlington Elementary School, Ouachita Parish; Jody Landry, Ernest Gallette Elementary, Lafayette Parish; and Beth Olivier, Mulberry Elementary, Terrebonne Parish. Congratulations to our 2024 PAMPS finalists from Louisiana. Y'all want to scoot down a little bit so you're more in the middle? Yeah. Thank you. All right, good job. Now we'd like to celebrate the SPED Fellow Academy Cohort 4. The SPED Fellow Academy was created to address a key need in special education, reduce attrition of leadership within school systems, provide training to increase influence in the field, and close educational gaps for students with disabilities. We're excited to recognize the 22 SPED Fellows, our largest cohort yet. Their information is displayed on the slides now. Congratulations to these outstanding special education leaders for completing their year-long cycle of learning and executive learning projects. Thank you to their outstanding work, and especially thank you to their mentors, a vital component of the program. Several completers of this cohort have received promotions within their school systems, and we look forward to what each of these individuals will do in this field to improve outcomes for students with disabilities. Let's give them a round of applause. Before we go on to our next recognition, we did have a Student of the Year honoree just arrive, and so we wanted to give her a shout out too. If she'll come forward, we have Shalia Georgia Waugh. Please come forward for a picture. Congratulations.
Let's make it a special moment for her.
Yes. So Shalia is from Bayou Community Academy in Lafourche Parish. Congratulations. Next, the Louisiana STEM Initiative is anchored by the Louisiana STEM Pathways, which are jumpstart pathways designed for students seeking either a TOPS Tech diploma or a university diploma. Each pathway includes a specialized sequence of 4 or 8 courses leading towards industry-based credentials, college credits, and employable skills to meet STEM needs of our state. Each year, students who successfully complete 4 specialized courses within a pathway receive a silver STEM diploma seal. Students who complete an additional 4 courses receive a gold STEM diploma seal. In addition to the distinction and recognition of earning a silver or gold STEM seal, students may apply for scholarships and articulation credit at participating Louisiana universities. This year, we would like to recognize the state's top 3 school systems whose students collectively earned 639 STEM diploma seals. Congratulations to East Baton Rouge Parish, DeSoto Parish, and Lafayette Parish. Please come forward, we'll do a picture. This concludes our recognitions, but before we go, we'd like to say a special thank you to APEL for sponsoring food and beverages for the educator receptions that will be taking place today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kelly. Next item, please.
Mr. Morris, I want to just thank our school system relations team, Kelly, Mr. Foss, the whole crew, and suggest that you're welcome to stay or you can leave, which I think you're already doing. So have a great day.
I would stay. How you doing? It's so good to see you. What you doing
David
here?
Federico was the past president of LHSAE
Oh, wonderful.
Athletics.
Am I correct?
Yeah, well, he's the past president.
Patty is grandmama of 7. And,
I'm gonna tell him too.
he's doing fine. He's a gentleman farmer. He bought himself 3 pieces of land some years ago. He built a house on one, and he's got a bunch of
Conrad knows everybody.
got really company. Oh, well, it's so good to see you. Congratulations on your
David.
granddaughter.
Dr. Brumley says it seems like you've been on LHSAE forever. That's forever. That's forever. And when he goes, I'm going. Wow, that cleared out everybody. Wow, what? Is she there? That was a lot yesterday. But I have to say that the lady is intelligent. She's intelligent. She did. Simone. So good to see you. So She didn't read from her phone. She didn't read from no card. Yes, and from memory, Simone.
Right? That's right, right? Any kind of birthday, right?
So, are you gonna be here for a while?
Okay, Mr. Walker, you want to bring us back? Next item, please.
Just so the record's clear, those recognitions covered items 3.2 through 3.10, and now we're on 3.1, consideration of recognition of community partners.
All right. Do I need a motion? Mr. Harris, and a second. Mr. Castile, thank you. Any exception? Hearing none. Motion passes. Thank you. Next item, please. Okay, I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Yeah. Mr. Harris, if you would, we've started a tradition here at BESE recognizing the value in our community partners, business relationships that we have in each of our BESE districts throughout the state. And I believe this month is your opportunity to recognize a business leader in your community.
It is. I'd like for those from Rapides Parish, would y'all come on down? And there's an empty front row for y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here. This is a great recognition. I'm excited to do this because it's such a excellent thing that's happened in Rapides Parish. And today, BESE would like to recognize several businesses and organizations in BESE District 5 that have joined with the Rapides Early Childhood Network and Rapides Parish Schools in a special partnership to support early learning and development in Central Louisiana. First, a word about the community education partners. Resources and services provided by community partners are instrumental in connecting K through 12 students, families, and educators to expanded learning opportunities and expanding access to quality education programs throughout Louisiana. It is very exciting for us to be able to showcase these efforts at our BESE meetings, and I'm especially proud of this one today. Today, we're recognizing the involvement of community partners in the Early Childhood Incentive Campaign and the Strategic Business Investment Plan for Early Childhood Education Development in Rapides Parish. This diverse regional partnership mobilized a variety of investors and resulted in a funding campaign to support early childhood services that produced approximately $2.4 million. When combined with state matching dollars, nearly 300 scholarships will be funded for working or student families to send their infants and toddlers to professional early child care education facilities. Awesome. The expected long-term effects of these scholarships include increased educational attainment and experience, improved physical health, lower juvenile crime rates, and elevated workforce development in the region. To build the campaign, the Rapides Early Childhood Network and Rapides Parish School Board teamed up with the Rotary Club of Alexandria, the Rapides Foundation, and the Central Louisiana Community Foundation. In addition to the work of the Rapides Early Childhood Director Cindy Rushing and Superintendent Jeff Powell, BESE is pleased to recognize the efforts of the following community partners: the Rapides Foundation, Joe Rozier, President and CEO, the Rotary Club of Alexandria, Melinda Anderson, President, and Patrick Moore, Chair of the Early Childhood Education Project, the Central Louisiana Community Foundation and Christus Health, Monty Wilson, Secretary of the Foundation and Market President for Christus Health, and Roy O. Martin Wood Products, Roy Martin III, Chairman and CEO, and Spencer Martin, Vice President. Thanks to y'all, and thanks for your commitment to early childhood education in Central Louisiana. And if any of y'all would like to say a few words, we invite you to do it. This is a model, I think, for all of Louisiana to follow. We already have some parishes in my district that are following this model. But as we talked about yesterday, just think about the results of this in 2 to 3 to 4 years and what we will look like on a national scale, Dr. Brumley, when we have these kids that have the foundation coming in to K through 12. So thank you, and if you'd like to say something, please feel free to do so. I know Patrick ain't scared.
Mr. Harris, I could not believe Pat Moore was going to sit there and not say something.
I was fixing to call Guinness's World Book of Records.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm pretty shy mostly, but that's my job. My job in this was really I figured it out, was to take a cadre of the most amazing musicians on the face of this earth and just be the conductor and pull together an orchestra that pulled this off. It was awesome. And that's what every community can do and should do, is just look at who you are, figure out the best that you got, and figure out how to galvanize that together. So that I think what we did basically, I like to say, we made 2 + 2 = 7 in this. And just for those that may be elected, well, all of you are, I think we got kind of a thought that some officials said, well, this is kind of a social, kind of a giveaway program, this early childhood education. It's a timeout. You know, the business community is all about that. That's great. But truthfully, we didn't ask one person for $1. We did not. We put together a business strategy, a plan, and invited people to be investors. And it happened in 7 weeks during the holidays. Pretty crazy. So we got another boss that helped us out quite a bit. I can guarantee you that. So just from the business community and our part of this, we could have never have done this, would have never gotten off the ground without Reckon and Cindy Rushing's making an outstanding program. You wouldn't invest in that. I wouldn't. So that started it. And then this guy, Joe Rozier, with the Rapide Foundation, you know, he puts up a couple $1 million and challenges. I said, what's he thinking? What can this possibly be about? But, you know, he's a smart guy, so that was another. And then, of course, the school board, you know, we don't have a very good superintendent. If you know any, we're looking for one.
He just got 4 more years, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. He's electric. And to be able he told me, he told his wife, he said, you know, honey, she said, who is that guy? She says, I wake up at 6:15 in the morning talking to Patrick Moore. And he said, at 10:15 at night, that sucker calls me again. Every night for about 7 weeks. So it was a great partnership. And then, of course, really honored to be the chair from our Rotary Club, about 235 members. And everyone understood that this was first about making a safer community, you know, so that kids can have the brain architecture to be able to make decisions and not shoot each other at 12 and 15 years old. Number 2, it elevates education. That's huge. Number 3, it's Roy Martin will tell you he wrote a check because this is workforce development. He's got to have brains for people to work in his company. You know, and lastly, I'm not sure how many jobs, but I can tell you it'll be 30, 40 jobs. They're going to come out of this, what's now $4.8 million. So thanks to you for believing in us also, whether you know it or not, you're our newest partner. So that's all.
If you guys would, we've got some mementos for you. We'd like to get a picture. And special thanks to Representative Harris for bringing you guys together and sharing this story with us.
Did you get to talk to him?
she knew what we were up to, so she knew. They want us up there. Dr. Clark, let's go. Come on.
Ms. Holloway? That way. No, down. Yep, that's what he asked me. That was cool.
Vice President Harris, thank you so much for that. Appreciate the value these folks are adding to their community and the model that they're sharing with the rest of us. Next item, please.
Next item is item number 4, approval of the minutes, 4.1, June 12th, 2024, 4.2, June 25th, 2024, 4.3, July 31, 2024.
All right, I think we're going to take those in globo. Can I get a motion, please? Mr. Harris, a second, Mr. Birkin. Any objection? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item on the agenda is item number 5, executive session pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute, Title 42, Section 16, and Title 42, Section 17.
Can I get a motion, please? Mr. Harris and Ms. Champagne. Got it. Thank you. Any objections? Here we go. Let's see.
Item 4.1, consideration of executive session regarding the annual evaluation of the State Superintendent of Education.
All right. Is there any public comment or board discussion on this matter before we take a roll call vote? In order for this motion to pass, 2/3 affirmative vote of members present is required. May I have a roll call vote?
Mr. Appel?
Yes.
Yes. Dr. Armstrong? Yes. Mr. Birkin? Yes. Mr. Castile? Yes. Ms. Champagne?
Yes.
Yes. Dr. Clark? Yes. Mr. Harris? Yes. Mr. Hollis? Yes. Ms. Holloway? Yes. Ms. Mellorine? Yes. Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes.
Thank you. I'll advise the audience we will be in executive session for the length of time necessary for the discussion. No votes will be taken while the board is in executive session. All votes will be made in public. Additionally, public disclosure is not required of matters discussed in a properly held executive session. At this time, the board meeting stands in recess to go into executive session. Members, I think we're ready to go. Can I get a motion to reconvene the board meeting and continue with the regular order of the agenda to vote on the items discussed in executive session? Got a motion, Ms. Miller, Mr. Hollis, thank you. So we're reconvened. We've got a motion on the floor. Can we repeat the motion on the floor, please? We're good? Okay. Let's go to the next item. No, I think we're good. I think the superintendent's going to cover it in his comments. So next item, please.
Next item is item 6.1, report of the State Superintendent of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Look, I look forward to working with Sabra Keenum Holland, who is the governor's new education advisor, and I think that the governor made an outstanding selection. And I just wanted to acknowledge you here for the first time in your BESE meeting. Please wave at everyone so everyone knows. And I think someone may have an extra announcement relative to that.
And it's also celebrating a birthday today, a milestone birthday, so happy birthday.
29. Also, just want to acknowledge that I feel like we had a really strong start to the school year. I want to thank all the system leaders, educators, board members across the state for really making sure that we've had a smooth start. Hopefully that momentum will continue. Wanted to take a moment to highlight our educational priorities. We shared those with our team internally on a team call last week, and these are the things for which we will be working very hard over the next few years, and that is early childhood leading to kindergarten readiness, literacy instruction aligned to the science of reading, foundational math instruction advancing from conceptual understanding, opportunities ensuring a meaningful high school experience, an effective teacher for every student, and expanding educational choice for students and families. And so we have really a historic opportunity right now with a governor that's passionate about education, a legislature that really is supportive of education, and this board that takes their job so seriously in getting better outcomes. So I think we have a really great opportunity now in the state of Louisiana. Wanted to provide you a couple of information points, board members. I gave you a Navy folder. In that folder, on one side, I think you'll see an overview of the teacher evaluation system with some talk points that someone I think may have requested. And then also, you'll see the drawdowns by system level, so you can look within your own BESE district at available dollar amounts. Keep in mind, we did extend a grace period for materials to be received. So contract, et cetera, still have to be signed in September for purchases. However, we extended a grace period where those materials can be received up through December. But we hit 99% expended statewide on ESSER 1. We hit 99% extended statewide on ESSER 2. And now we have to track to hit that same number on ESSER 3. And so our operations team is working diligently alongside school system relations in communications with business managers across the state so that they fully appreciate the funding that remains. We have called out in multiple letters to school systems exploring opportunities for teacher stipends to begin the year. We have called out funding for tutoring, funding for high-quality instructional materials, and these are all areas for which school systems could still expend funds. So you have that information. Call me or our operations team if you need anything. And then finally, just want to let the public know, as a result of my evaluation, I received a rating of highly effective.
Superintendent, thank you for those comments. Members, anything to add? All right, Superintendent, I just wanted to, I'm sorry, Ms. Mellerin, go ahead.
No, you may be adding the same, you may be adding the fine point that I'm going to add. Superintendent Brimley, I would like to acknowledge and commend the excellent job you've done on behalf of Louisiana students, families, our state of a whole. I've enjoyed working with you, as I'm sure the rest of the board has as well. You've been a very effective leader. We've never questioned any technical aspect of your job, any social aspect of your job. Thank you for the leadership that you provided to our board, to our education system, to your staff, and thank you for advancing the interest of all students across the state of Louisiana. I truly appreciate your hard work.
So now to keep pushing forward.
Nothing to add, Ms. Mellerin. Well said. Thank you.
And it's not possible, Mr. Morris, without my team right there that work alongside me every day.
Thank you for that. Next item, please.
Next item is item 7.1, reports from members of BESE, statutory and legislative task force, council appointees.
Members, opportunities to share. Okay, Ms. Holloway?
Yes, just a reminder, today at 1, there is an America 250 Commission meeting of the State Archives. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Okay, I had a couple of shares. I serve on the LUSTEM Advisory Council. The council meets quarterly. 3 or 4 highlights from that. The department has done a great job, I think, getting the computer science program off the ground in the state. And so part of the Law STEM initiative, working with the LDOE staff, the Energize program reached 767 folks through the program, which was a collaboration with the LDOE to provide computer science praxis training to high school teachers. So the goal to increase the number of teachers capable of teaching high school level computer science courses. The program is currently in finalizing the contract for the second year of training. So excited to see that we're getting our teachers engaged, our teachers qualified to serve in the new program. Also, LDOE staff members Jessica Valalungo and Dr. Timberly Monahan provided updates on LDOE's Grow, Achieve, Thrive initiative and where Law STEM can contribute our support to K-12 schools with implementation of the new accountability system. And then just a quick review, activities over this last summer with Law STEM engagement. Over 7,500 students were provided summer enrichment opportunities at the regional STEM centers. Bayou STEM had over 1,000 registrations for summer camps in 7 weeks across Terrebonne, Lafourche, and Assumption parishes. The Sea Perch program continues to grow with a total outreach in Louisiana, 96 unique programs, 1,056 robots distributed, over 4,600 students impacted, and 147 teachers trained. Law STEM teams represented Louisiana at the World Championships at the University of Maryland this summer. Lastly, the Law STEM robotics team swept awards at competitions this year. Several Law STEM affiliated teams competed at VEX World Championships in Dallas, Texas. My other update is from the special school district. Really proud of the work that's going on there. The Farm to Table project has taken a big leap forward. They've completed the construction of a new barn. They'll be doing a grand opening September. This piece, along with the aquaponics component, will help close the loop on the Farm to Table program. These programs pair with a ProStart Culinary Arts program. They'll be partnering with LSU to provide animals for the program. They've started some Farm to Table projects with the Department of Health. And my other update there I thought was really exciting is they recognize the challenges for finding instructional resources for this student population. So they're partnering with FlexPoint, division of the Florida Virtual School, to offer a variety of core classes and CTE offerings. So this is similar to the model that Lake Charles started last year before last, with a virtual hub. So glad to see that the Lake Charles model has been recognized by others, and we're leveraging resources outside of the traditional classroom. So thanks for the folks at SSD. Last item, sorry. Want to mention that they adopted a unified teacher and para salary schedule that are able to provide a 4% pay increase. So thanks for the folks at SSD and those positive reports. Any other reports from members?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Birkin.
So this afternoon at 2 o'clock, the MFP Task Force will be meeting, the first of at least 4 such meetings, doing a deep dive into the 4 sections of the MFP. This afternoon, we'll be taking on Section 4 in the hopes that at the end of this process, we, if any, suggestions or things that we can come back to BESE with, and then therefore go to the legislature to tweak some things with MFP. That's what the goal of this committee and this task force and this deep dive. So I want to thank Ms. Beth Chono for really taking point on this. She tells me she has a 100-slide presentation for this afternoon, so we will know everything there is to know about Section 4 of the MFP this afternoon. So I invite all the members and whoever else would like to attend.
Thank you for that reminder. Other comments? Dr. Clark?
We do have our Star Truancy meeting. It will be September 13th at 1 p.m. I chair that with Dr. Singleton, who does an excellent job. We are finding just making sure that we have a clear-cut definition of truancy and chronic absenteeism is helping us to define what truancy really looks like in our state. Because across the state, we're hearing different people, different districts are putting a kid as chronically absent, but this district is looking at two different excuses. So we are working to make sure that it is a universal policy that we will all follow.
Thank you for that update. Very important meeting. Mr. Hollis?
Hey, as it pertains to truancy, one thing I think I pointed out at a previous meeting, I had LDOE take a look at other states, and I think it ought to be something that we consider urging the legislature to do to redefine what truancy is. I'm not familiar with any other state that defines it as 10 absences or tardinesses. So if you're tardy 3 or 4 times and then absent, you know, the remainder, in Louisiana, you're deemed to be truant. And those letters in St. Tammany Parish and throughout the state, they are, you know, they're pretty intense to get something that tells you it's going to be referred to a district attorney. You could have to do community service. You could be imprisoned. You could pay a fine. And I think in my area, you know, some people, you know, it's easy to get to 10 days in the course of a year when it's including absences. And I think it's interesting, or tardiness, thank you, Dr. Clark. I think it's interesting that, you know, there's no other state that I'm aware of that batches it together. And I think if we redefine it, it will yield a number that is not nearly as of concern as the numbers that we speak about in these meetings.
Thank you for that. We're certainly looking for the work coming out of Dr. Clark's committee.
Yes,
to
Paul, I
follow
look
up.
forward to seeing you at the meeting on September 13th.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. Other comments, members? All right, hearing none. Next item, please.
Next item is item 8.1, 8G Public Hearing Report.
Can I get a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to receive the 8G public hearing minutes.
Can I get a second? Dr. Armstrong? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item is item 8.2, Academic Goals and Instructional Improvement Committee.
Can I get a motion? Mr. Appel, can I get a second? Mr. Harris, thank you.
On behalf of the Academic Goals and Instructional Improvement Committee, I move to approve motions 1 through 22, noting that motions 14 through 22 are notices of intent.
Thank you. We do have a public comment on that one. Monique Moore. Information only. Is Ms. Moore with us? Ms. Moore, please come forward. Please, have a seat, please. Just check, make sure the green button on the microphone zone states your name, and we welcome your comments.
My name is Monique Moore. I'm an educator. I'm assistant principal at Prairieville High School. And for most of my 17 years, I've been a special educator as a coordinator supporting our district in Ascension of schools with children with significant disabilities overall. I just wanted to make a comment because we have to consider while we want to support our students, we don't want ABA, which is Applied Behavior Analysis agencies outside the classroom. We do want them to support our kids. However, being in those classrooms where we have inclusion settings with the teacher, the para, the special educator, the general educator, the child-specific para on one side of the student while we have the ABA tech on the other side, we got to place parameters. So right now, the way the legislation is written, or the intent, the way it is written, there are no parameters for that classroom. So what happens when you walk into a classroom right now where a student is receiving services from an ABA tech, not all the time is it a licensed ABA person. The licensed ABA person creates the schedule of events that a tech unlicensed comes in to fulfill. Okay, now when we're talking about unlicensed individuals coming into a classroom, sometimes The schedule of events don't always happen. The administrators of the schools don't have the tools to say, okay, for our classroom, these are our standards. And so what you have an overindulgence of manpower, but the data doesn't show that academically the children, the supported student is growing. So I'm urging you to consider, if you're going to consider this piece of legislation, please consider putting parameters so that our teachers could be more effective and our kids could be more effective, that learning environment could be more effective for our kids.
Thank you, ma'am. Members, any comments, questions? All right. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Mr. Morrison, also, our staff will reach out and have some further conversations around this issue with you, if that's okay.
Thanks again for coming today and sharing with us. Okay, any further comment on this item? Hearing none, is there any exception? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item is item 8.3, Board Administration and Education Finance Committee.
Can I get a motion? Mr. Harris, a second? Dr. Clark? Mr. Birkin?
Mr. Chair, President, on behalf of the Board Administration and Education Finance Committee, I move to approve motions 1 through 38, noting that motions 33 through 38 are notices of intent.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Ms. Champagne, any exceptions? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item is item 8.4, Educator Effectiveness Committee.
All right, can I get a motion? Dr. Clark, thank you. And a second. Ms. Champagne, thank you. Any, I'm sorry, go ahead.
On behalf of the Educator Effectiveness Committee, I move to approve motions 1 through 29, noting that motions 2 through 8 are notices of intent.
Thank you. Any exception? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item.
Next item is item 8.5, School Innovation and Turnaround Committee. Mr. Castillo.
Can I get a motion? Mr.
Yes, sir.
Castillo.
On behalf of the School Innovation and Turnaround Committee, I move to approve motions 1 through 14, noting that motion 11 is a notice of intent and pulling motion 12 as a read.
Thank you.
The recommendation is revisions to Bulletin 133 as a notice of intent as amended. Updated backup has been distributed to all members.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Can I get a...
Mr. Morris, wanted to call out that we did provide information with highlighted on the sibling preference.
That was the read, correct?
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. Can I get a second? Champagne. Is there any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
So we need to go ahead and clear all the ones that Mr. Castillo just said, and now we'll read another one and get a motion for these updated minutes. So we need to get a motion and a motion for this one.
For which one is that?
So Mr. Castillo, the motion that Mr. Castillo did, we're gonna clear all those motions from yesterday, and we're gonna read this item, and it needs a new motion. Because we're gonna approve the amendments. I got it.
Okay.
You need me to make that second motion?
Yes.
All right. And read it? We've had passage of the motion that, as I originally read it. Now there has been a read as it relates to Chapter 15, Section 1523, Item BC being added. That provision states siblings of students currently participating in the LA Gator program. In light of that addition to the original policy change, I'd move passage of this revised section of the policy. Fair enough?
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that forward, and we've satisfied the requirement. Can I get a second? Ms. Holloway? Thank you. Mr. Appel?
Yeah, I have a question I've been asked a number of times dealing with this paragraph. What is the intent if there's a shortfall in budgeting by the legislature I mean, we're talking about these different layers of people that are eligible, and they're going to go on a waiting list, but how do they move from the waiting list? Is it going to be a lottery? Is it going to be alphabetical? Is it going to be when you apply? I mean, is there a process? It's not really defined here.
Yeah, so we have, Ashley, when I come to the table, if this is inaccurate, but we have eligibility, and then within eligibility, we have prioritization. So for instance, eligibility in that first year would be things like the present scholarship program kids. And then beyond that, you move to like low income and students with disabilities. So there's prioritization within the eligibility. And so it would be first come, first serve within that prioritization.
Okay. So it's first come, first served. So in other words, when you apply,
Once they're
you go on the
eligible,
list.
once they're they have to be eligible for the program.
Correct, I understand.
Yep. And then within everyone who is eligible, then there's priority, like students in the scholarship program presently.
Right.
Below, so you
Okay.
solve
But
that.
below that,
Then you,
so let's say there's 10,000 folks that are on the disability waiting
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not going to,
So
the
in-
priority is going to be the date that they apply?
Right, yeah, so it's priority one is the current scholarship, and then beyond that, so as an example, your next number is low income and students with disabilities. So at that point, it's just within that priority, first come, first serve. And you fill that, and then you move to the next.
Okay.
I think the question, though, is that once you establish that group, let's say there's, pick a number, 10,000 in that group, then how do you set the order for that 10,000? Is it based on the electronic approval? These folks have already qualified, so now it's an incremental approval, one at a time, after review by the program administrator. So is the prioritization within that group based on the electronic output from when the program manager approves them in whatever appropriate order there is? Or is there some sort of lottery process that would help us to establish the order within that group?
So once you're in a particular priority area, it's first come, first serve within that priority. And the actual logistics and text of that, we'll have to work out with the program administrator. But you have eligibility, then you have priority. You serve completely a priority, and then if funding remains, you go to the next priority and you serve on a first come, first serve until you don't have funding to continue to serve.
What I think what I'm hearing is the program manager
No, I
will
understand.
establish that
We may want to
process.
further discuss this later. I mean, we don't have to do anything about it right now, but.
Yeah, and that's something we'll further work that out with the program manager on the technicality behind that.
Okay, thank you.
Whether it's when something's submitted or when something's approved, I mean, all of that, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Appel. Other comments on that item? All right, hearing none, is there any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item is item 9.1, consideration of a petition for rulemaking regarding Bulletin 746, Louisiana Standards for State Certification of School Personnel, Section 1505, Educational Leader Certificate Level 1, submitted by Dr. Letitia Kyle. The recommendation is to receive the petition and direct LDOE to provide revisions to Bulletin 746 at the October 2024 Educator Effectiveness Committee meeting.
Can I get a motion, please? Mr. Harris, thank you. Mr. Burke, a second. Superintendent, any comments on this one?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, we made a recommendation to the board to expand pathway opportunities for people who would like to lead schools. And if a system wanted to hire someone to lead a school, it includes things like an MBA, an MPA, a JD, commissioned officer at grade 3. And so what happened is that this particular individual, I believe, agreed with the approach, but she has a degree that is of higher value than one of the degrees in the same area, but she doesn't have that particular name of a degree. And so we actually agree that it's something we should work on, so we're just going to bring it back with that update.
Great, thank you for that clarification. Any comment from the members? No comment cards. Is there any exception? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
This concludes your agenda, sir.
Thank you. We're adjourned.